Hey, I'm in today we're going to be reacting to an older FLEEKAZOID video, and this one is titled "The First Descendant Should Be the Last Descendant Review." And I have played the First Descendant when it came out. I mean, I've also played Warframe, which was why I got interested in the First Descendant. And from the limited time I played, I thought it was okay. I mean, I did notice it started to get a little bit more grindier, and then other games got in my way, so I stopped playing. So. That might I put in quite a few hours, but not as much as I put in Warframe, to be honest. But yeah, it seemed okay for free to play from Nexon. So I mean, I've played a lot of Nexon games in the past. Maple Story being my most played out, like in terms of hours, just because like back in the day you had to idle at the free market when you had the cheap store, so your client had to be open, so that's why it was logging all those hours. But yeah, I played Maple Story, I played Mabinogi, I played a lot of Nexon stuff, so I wasn't surprised that it was going to get grindy. And also the prices were kind of expensive for the various skins. But let's see what Fleek has to say about it. I've yapped on for long enough in this intro.
People keep telling me, they keep saying, Fleek, you gotta try this Last Descendant game. It's got the budget, it's got the vision, it's got the yams like Pam. And pimp what I saw.
I mean, it was one of the reasons why I tried it, but I don't know if I said this before, but I mean, it's always nice to have attractive characters in the game, but it doesn't make the game, despite what some articles might say about gamers. Like we do like story, we do like gameplay. It's just a nice add-on if the characters are attractive.
Oh, that bunny suit, I damn near did. But then I booted up the game and I saw something. I'll tell you what I saw. I saw the data collection policy that was gonna pilfer my hard drive so the Koreans can be informed on what I beat the weasel to. So I said, hell no. America has that data, China has that data, Canada has that data, Russia has that data, Germany has that data, and a select few South American nations have that data. But all be goddamned if...
But I mean, doesn't Google have your data too if you're uploading stuff on YouTube? So
that data and a select few South American nations have that data. But all be goddamned if I let Kim Jong know what I smacked the serpent to. You hear that, you chubby prick? But don't get it twisted. This isn't gonna be your average gaming journalist review where they play for 2 hours and throw something out there. I didn't play this game at all. But I'm not here to be outraged by this free-to-play game having predatory practices either. I mean, because to be outraged, I'd have to...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, the prices for some of the more revealing skins is kind of out there in terms of how high the price is. I think like one of them was like $50 for one skin, which is, I mean, League of Legends did it, and not a lot of people liked it when they did it.
Outraged by this free-to-play game having predatory practices either, because to be outraged, I'd have to be surprised, and I'm not surprised at all. Nexon is one of the most predatory companies in the gaming industry, allegedly. I'd be like being shocked if Bill Cosby gave me a drink and it made me feel sleepy. They got fined $9 million for...
Hey, what was that?
Cosby gave me a drink and it made me feel sleepy. They got fined...
Maple Story developer Nexon fined nearly $9 million for deceptive loot box practices. Yeah, they like their loot boxes. I think I don't know if they started the whole thing, but I do remember Maple Story had the gacha stuff, and that was a long time ago too, with like all the scrolls you can get. And even then, like you would spend money to roll for these scrolls that have a percentage chance of success. And even that was a gamble too, because like I said, it was a percentage chance of success, and some of those scrolls even had a percentage chance of destroying the item, which was, yeah, I did not touch those scrolls at all. Like every time I got the scrolls from like the drops, I just sold them. Like I sold them through my store. The only cash shop stuff I bought in the past was the cheap store, and I think a pet. So yeah, it's been a while since I played too. So
fined $9 million for telling everyone that they had a shot at getting something out of a loot box that actually had a 0% drop rate.
Yeah, for more than 10 years, in a period dating back to 2010. Probably even earlier too, because MapleStory came out was out before then. But including secretly lowering the loot box odds for some items to near 0. Yay.
Allegedly. And allegedly, this happened over the course of a decade, which helped them rack up an impressive $418 million.
MapleStory, like, it's launched back in 2003. That raked in that much money in sales from its loot boxes from 2010. So they weren't even keeping score before that.
$1 No shade, Korea. We have fun here in the States, too. Game recognized game, Kim. Just hang on a second. Siri, remind me, if I ever want to commit a crime, do it in one of the Koreas. The reason I'm here looking at this is to see the GOAT at work. MJ in his prime. I know I paused a lot, but... I'm here looking at this is to see the GOAT at work.
No, I'm going back a little bit.
Do it in one of the Koreas.
Yeah, like the crime, as long as you don't smoke the weed. Because it seems like people will hate you for doing the weed more than some other more heinous stuff for some reason over there.
The reason I'm here looking at this is to see the GOAT at work. MJ in his prime. I want to see how bad Nexon is today so that I know how awful Ubisoft's going to be tomorrow. Let's quit it with the foreplay and delve into it. Tom Sowell once bravely proclaimed, "Don't be fooled by those socialist titties. They were meant to hypnotize and enslave your ass." That, my dear pimps, is this game's entire philosophy. Hypnotize and then enslave. Were you led here by the White Rabbit? No!
I mean, they do claim that you can, for every paid, I guess, skin or variant of the character, they do say you can build it in-game without paying for it. But I remember that someone did the math on that, and it would take like, not forever, but what feels like forever. So you were more better off like getting like a part-time job and just getting the skin. You'll get the skin in quicker time doing that than just grinding out the stuff in game.
Well, if you're some creep that wants the Jiggly Flash just for her abilities, you can get her in the first 5 hours of the game. You know, of course, that's the basic version that comes in this skin. Because if you want to unleash those ultimate sweater puppies, you are in for one ultimate motherfucking grind. It takes anywhere from 30 to 120 hours of...
Yep. Yeah. And that's like total hours, not... Yeah, that's just for that one thing. So
game time to see those things, because not only do you have to get all the materials, but you also have to pray for 4 separate blueprints that all have a 3 or 6% chance of dropping after beating a boss. Meaning you could end up like this poor sap that's played the exact same mission 62 times, never got his drop, and now he's pondering the meaning of life. Also,
it's like I've tried farming some bosses, but maybe I was fighting like some of the earlier ones because you only got like a limited amount of drops from those ones, and I tried doing them after and it didn't give me anything. So I don't know if I just skipped some over some info or what, but yeah.
Same mission 62 times, never got his drop, and now he's pondering the meaning of life.
And then there's like no pity counter too, it's just a strict percentage chance.
Also, don't forget about the 18-hour crafting time for all 3 parts and the final crafting time of a day and a half, because Clash of Cans here just can't help but find yet another way to lessen the game's experience so that they can create yet another shortcut for it and get you that much closer to cracking open that wallet. So you could do all that, or you could just pay the $70. Where the hell does that sound familiar? By the way, the Ultimate Bunny is also stronger than the regular bunny, so you know what? Just go ahead and follow the White Rabbit already, alright? I'm gonna look away. And I'm gonna talk to you. I respect what they did there, but I don't think they're going far enough. I say we should set up eye trackers so every time the player even takes a peek at those milkers in the shop, they gotta pay a small fine. I say we should make it so that you can only repaint your armor if you pay real money, and every bucket of that paint should only apply to 1 piece of armor.
I think Mecha Break took that advice. Because from what I heard, you have to pay for each die. Oh no, I guess also Nikkei. No, not Nikkei, my bad. It was Infinity Nikki that took that advice as well with the dies. So, I wish more games would follow Guild Wars 2 style of the die system, where if you unlock a die color for one character, it's account wide, so all your characters will have access to that die. So maybe it's just my opinion, but
one time. Wait a second. Fuck, they already did that.
Oh,
God
they did? Okay.
Damn it, calling this predatory practice at this point is an understatement. This has got to be at least the predatory playoffs by now. Do you want to be one of the for certain to play free? Well, hopefully you don't want to be one of the for certain to play free with that skin, because that skin is $60 and there's no way to unlock it for free in-game. In fact, it's not even $60 because the $50 bundle doesn't give you enough gum coins, so you got to...
Yeah, I hate it. I mean, I understand why they do it. I don't like I don't like the logic of why they do it, but I understand why they do it. But it's so annoying because you don't get quite enough from the first I guess bundle of coins, in-game currency, and the next step over is a little bit too much. So you'll still have some left over, but the stuff left over won't be enough to get the stuff you want next time, so you have to get another one, and you'll just have like a surplus.
Go with that $70 currency pack, and at that point you're just $30 away from getting the $100 testicle torsion bundle. It comes with a backpack, a lightning spawn in, a shit stopper, 2 cock rings, and your first Kleenex free. That post-nut clarity's gonna hit like Chris Brown. And I'd insult you if you said some stupid shit like, well, a full game would cost me about $70 these days anyhow. I'll play this game for the next month. But with that mentality, you're gonna be homeless by Kwanzaa. Fate's gonna sort your shit out. After all, that first $70 is the hardest to get from you, but once the company draws first blood, I've never seen a man stop at 70. And speaking of small fines, a common...
That's gacha games in a nutshell. They lure you in with the 100, not even 100, it's like 900% offer, 4,200% offer, and then once they got your money, you're basically invested in. I mean, some people will just stop there, but other people are like, yeah, I already invested some money and time into it. I'll invest more, and I'll invest more.
Problem that all addicts face out there on the field is that you run out of inventory space right in the middle of the fight. You know it, I know it, we all experience this. You want to pick up that shiny, but you can't scrap your gear until the fight finishes. And they might teleport you away after the fight. What are you gonna do? Stop being poor. Get your wife's credit card, drizzle, swipe that bitch, grab some cum coins, and although being rich doesn't allow you to scrap in the middle of fights, it does let you increase your sack size so you can grab that loot no matter how many fellas are gangbanging you. I can't believe that shit actually worked. I still have never played this game in my life. Next, let's talk about energy activators. Originally, I was gonna yap about these for a long time, but I found out assless Overwatch has a beta this weekend, so let's just cut to the thick of it. Energy activators raise your power capacity by 20 so that you can put more mods on your character that make you more powerful. But you can only use them one time. They only apply to that one character, and the game only gives you 2 the easy way, so that better be the last character you use, because it takes anywhere from 5 to 20 hours to craft another one of these, not counting the day and a half of crafting time. But let me walk you through the experience of farming the materials needed to craft one of these. You're doing the same 3-minute missions 20 times over, then the other 5-minute mission 20 times over, then another 3-minute mission 20 times over, then metal detecting through a desert looking for loot vaults 20 times over. Nexon trains you to volunteer for a mindless haze where you're not experiencing anything, nor are you enjoying yourself, but merely participating in a pastime meant to just occupy your time. They want to put you to sleep.
I think that's why I stopped playing Warframe. Like, I know they changed a bit since then, and from what I've heard, it's actually pretty fun to play now, but at the time I was just grinding the same, or I guess not the same, but like the same type of missions over and over and over, trying to get parts for like one Warframe thing. So yeah, I just got like bored of it and just moved on.
Yourself, but merely participating in a pastime meant to just occupy your time. They want to put you to sleep, to shut off your mind as you hold down the trigger on the same thing you've already done 37 times. So when it comes time for the cash shop, at least you might just feel something. Every couple days you look around, your wife's gone, your dog's gone, your kid's gone, the house is gone. You're playing under a bridge now, but you gotta get that one energy activator. What are we at, 25 hours? All you need now is the blueprint. You beat this boss 30 times, and maybe this will be the time that 3% drop drop rate finally sets you free. I came here for titties and now I'm doing math. Fuck you, Nexon. And get ready to do the same thing all over again on your next energy activator. And don't even get me started on the cock rings of power. So you could go through all that, or, and hear me out on this one, you could just pay a nominal $24 and skip some of that bullshit. In fact, buy 2.
It's so scummy.
I'm just kidding. You don't have a choice. But just look at the bright side, why don't you? You could also use those extra coins to buy yourself a maid outfit to commemorate the day that you became Nexon's bitch. And if you were curious, the cock rings of power go for about $5. No, wait, $10. And don't forget the battle pass, the classic material packs to skip the grind, some extra common skins, and of course, a metric fuck ton of boosters for gold, experience, and much, much more. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, they gotta make money somehow. No shit, sure.
But I mean, they could have made it less predatory and not try to monetize every little thing. Like you can monetize, like I feel like there is a balance to making the game fun without being restrictive towards monetary stuff, because like obviously you don't, ideally you'd want the player to like be able to play the game, I wouldn't say fully, but maybe I just play too many. I try too many gacha games on my channel. It's just because there's always a point where you can either grind really for a long time or just pay to get better pay to get more pulls or get better characters. So it's just a fine line of finding where that is, because if it's too much, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a marketing analysis person or whatever, but I just feel like there's like better ways to go around monetizing stuff than just nickel and diming everything.
Locked. That's why companies used to charge $60 to buy the game, but now greed found a better way. A way where they can not only make more money by disrespecting your time and listening the game's experience, but get defended for doing it. But hey, I'm the asshole here because those socialist idiots brought in quite a nice crowd. I'm just salty because Ubisoft will take all those tactics from the shop but forget the special ingredients. So you go enjoy yourselves, you crazy kids. I'm gonna go play a game that respects my data called Dark and Darker. Hang on a second.
Yeah, so like we get the free to play stuff with nickel and dime monetization stuff, but with attractive characters, or nickel and dime with everything but with not so attractive characters. I don't know. Like, which would you choose?
Wait, no, they're taking it all. They have a sample of my fucking.
Yeah, I just would pay money for a solid single player experience myself, but I mean, I would try. Like I tried the first Descendant, so that is what it is.
Where are these pricks based? They gotta be French or something. Oh, Jesus Christ! Damn it! Well, I guess the Koreans already got me. Where'd I put that credit card at?
That's why.
Thanks to the flock of pimps for bankrolling this video, and another huge thanks to all the pimpers for buying me 1,000 more inventory spaces.
So many
Good
backers. Night. Okay. So yeah, that was the first Descendant review of a game that he didn't play, but played, but then didn't play, but spent money for it. I mean, FLEEKAZOID is always great, right? So, yeah, I know I've yapped on. I tend to do that for some reason, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.